All right. Okay, so as promised, I promised that what I would do is do a little bit of working so you guys can see me work. So what I'm working on today is polyurethaning this board, and I'm also painting a base for my big screen TV to sit on. And in the event I do get a big screen TV at another time, then what I would do is I would probably um, like still just mount the TV on the wall and then use it as like a stand to stand stuff up on it or something like that. Or also it's gonna also be a place where the piano sits and flims out. If you've been watching my YouTube, that's kind of like what it is. So what I'm finna do, I'm about to start painting over here. So um, hope you can see a little bit. I'll try to get you in my work area so you can see that that's like my workbench that I've been working on. So woke up, put Sammy to school, took Sammy to school, and then put on back on my work clothes, and I'm about to basically mix this paint. What I did was make sure this thing is looks like it's laying or something. Puppies are in there sleeping. So what I'm about to do is I'm just about to just kind of like paint this up here so that each one of these stands, as you see over there is these pallets that I've cut, and they're gonna face like this. Well, actually, this was gonna face like this, and there's gonna be four of them. And what's gonna happen is the this polyurethane board that I'm polyurethaning, it's turning out all right. First, I was like, oh no, it doesn't look right, and then but it's turning out all right. It's like the third coat to go on. It's supposed to be the fast drying kind. So I just wanted to be shiny. So I mean, I still got a little bit left. I think I got enough for at least two more coats. But this is, I want this to be white. I saw this white and then they had this, like the nice board on it. You see this little etch out right here, so the wires can sit there or whatever. And so it's gonna be, you're not gonna be able to see it from this direction because the TV's gonna be sitting there, so you ain't gonna be able to see it. So like, but from the front, you're not gonna be able to see anything. But one thing you're gonna see is these, and I kind of want them to be white. Sammy wanted me to take them and adhere them to the wall and basically make them a part of the wall. But I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to make it more like a furniture. So if I ever wanted to get something more fancier or maybe build something more fancier, I could. So what I'm trying to do today is get that. I tried to spray paint. I was spray painting, but the spray paint did not work. I got the cheapest paint, spray paint I could from Walmart. It didn't work. So I've decided I'm going to go ahead and use this paint here. And I've already decided tomorrow I'm going to get some more paint. So I am strong as heck. Alright, anyway. And then I picked this bad boy up. And it mixes like everything. Like you can mix, I mix joint pound with it. It costs like $8, but I'm gonna use it for this paint. Alright, that looks nice. You can see like oil was on the top, but now it's like this perfect white paint. So there we go. So I got this here. Can't believe it rusts so fast. So I'm gonna go ahead on and guess let's leave this like dripping probably on this little pan here. There's a lot of stuff over here. I really need to do some stuff, but I've yet to figure out how to make everything like. So I'm gonna be going right out of the thing because I think I can. You know, actually, I'm probably gonna get particulates in there, so I'm just gonna pour it in a cup. So I have this cup right here that I used yesterday, and what I'll do is just pour it in there, and then I'll put the cap on here. This is really gonna be my desk, so I probably need about that much, at least for this one. If not, really don't know, and that can just dribble on the desk. We'll keep that. Close that up. Got my brush. So I'm just basically gonna paint this bad boy. It's pretty much already primed. Oh, don't want that over there. Shouldn't take me long to do this because go ahead and just sit this down right here. You ever see some people with some different kinds of paint on their tools? They some working people. I know because I'm one of them. This is a lot easier. Oh my god, trimming that spray paint. It's hard. I was trying to spray paint it. So I'm like painting the side of it. This is gonna be the back of it. I really shouldn't even paint it, but you know, I'm gonna give it a little light coat. But this is gonna be the back of it. I know because it says, I want people to know that I use palettes. Like some art products, I don't want people to know. Like this is gonna be in my kitchen sink that I'm working on, but I don't want people to know that that's my kitchen sink. I mean, that I made it out of pallets. I'd rather tell them that it's made out of pallets, and they like, really? And then I show them, like, oh my god, it's true. But I want to have like a really nice facade on it. So this in here is gonna take more paint. I sanded these earlier. I was sanding them. I looked up what grit to use, and then I came up with the idea that I'll just use. It's pretty much said whatever you want it to be. So I don't want it. I want it to look rustic. So I ain't worried about it. I want it to look like I did it, but I want it to look like I did it nicely. Like this, white as this was, light as it was, you can see it's semi-white, but the reason why it's semi-white is because I was trying to paint it with the spray paint. I thought, oh, I'll use spray paint, it'd be a lot quicker, but I'm a lot quicker with this brush than the spray paint. And I was thinking that spray paint would get more into the edges, but of course, no, that didn't happen, Captain. So, man, that's quick. Oh my gosh, it's so much faster. I'm gonna do the edges fast. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, let's see. You're not gonna see this, but you will kind of see this from. I'm gonna go and paint these. I just cannot paint with cheap brushes, and I thought this brush was gonna give me problems. I got it at Lowe's. So, you know, this cheap brush is gonna give me problems. Nope. It wasn't a cheap. It kind of came in a kit. It was like professionals. So I was like, shoot, I'll use it. So I grabbed her up real quick, and then I got it. It's like, I like to use Purdy brushes. Have you ever heard of that brand? I love those. They're like awesome brushes. Probably have to end up getting another thing of paint. But I kind of wanted to start off with doing my own furniture. Then later on, like, it's like my money start rolling in. Then I'll buy like furniture. I think it would be cool to buy some really cool looking furniture, but I think I kind of want the experience of making my own furniture. And also using my hands. And I really want something real quick, and I don't have the money, and I want something that looks nice, that's presentable, that's safe, and so that's why I'm going with, you know, this thing. So let me see if you can even see me. Yeah, you can. So I'm probably gonna change angles a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Hold on, I'm gonna move you around. That was the thing, it fell. So now we're at this angle right here, and we're not plugged in. So far it's taken 9 minutes to do this. So, trust me, I've spent way more than 9 minutes doing this. So, alright, so there we go. Got this taken care of. The polyurethane thing, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I never used any of this stuff before. So it's kind of like learn. And so what I do is I research whatever it is on YouTube, and then I come over here and I start doing it. And all my videos, if you notice, are unedited. My son has a page where he edits videos. So I'm going to see if he's going to want to edit my videos. If not, whoop-de-doo. But I've been just doing them raw, upload them, no music. Okay, let's move this out the way. Usually I'm listening to music. Listen to some Christian music while I'm working. Alright, so this is the bottom, or could be the top, so I'm going to paint this. It really don't matter, it's just top because you're going to see it. That's the polyurethane board. It was, well, the one I saw was a brightly white painted. This is great. I'll do this till I die. Alright, so this is, I'm pretty sure that I shouldn't lay that on like this. Oh well. And then I'll go back over or whatever. But brightly white paint. And I painted a stand. It was like a stand or a table or something. And then it was made out of crates. And I thought to myself, you know what? I was planning already on making my own, but I never thought about using crates. But then I was at work, and the guy that was in charge in there, he says, man, we have to throw these things away. Another guy said, well, we were returning back to the manufacturer. He says, that costs money. So, it's like, they can get that. I mean, somebody, they have to, they're like, nobody's saying bring them back or anything like that. So, I'm like, hey, I'll recycle them. I've seen these things on the road, these crates, and was like, huh. I had to put this together because I took it apart and then cut it in half, and then I had to get 4x4 stick in there, and then I was able to fix it. Man, this is light, oh gosh. Trying to tell you, trying to do it any other way is wrong. It is wrong. I mean, unless you have like a machine that sprays, but I was outside and there's a storm coming, so the winds are up and the winds are huffing and puffing. And I would close the door and turn on the air conditioner, but that polyurethane is for real. That polyurethane is real. That stuff is putting out some gases. I ain't talking like after our grandpa got through eating some doggone apples. I'm talking about like the guy could don't get. So I opened all the windows in here, but one, but I haven't gotten to, and I was worried about the puppies too, their air qualities. So I'm like, yeah, let's just leave the windows open. There's windows back there, and the doors are open there. So, shoot, that's like a shotgun house. So it's air blowing straight in, straight out, to the sides. Now that's the first crate. Praise Jesus. So this one's finished. Oops. More of a workbench. I swear, if you don't know, like, I ended up shooting a guy that was trying to kill me one time. And so I had to clear my name. And typically in this country, like African Americans, you know, automatically, oh, you shot somebody, you go to jail. But I had a gun license, and I was in a place that I lived. And blah 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 blah, and blah 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 blah, and when the DA picked up my case, he's like, he thought he was gonna win. He's like, I got him, I got a guy that shot a guy, blah blah blah, and all this other kind of stuff, and we got him, and we're gonna win. And then like I kind of told him, like my lawyer told him, like, man, you got a bomb case. Like, I'm a former Marine, I'm a certified firefighter, I'm an EMT, never been in trouble my whole life, y'all was trying to kill me. I tried everything before, and I ended up, I shot him. I shot him in the shoulder. This looks great. This looks really nice. So I'm going to put this somewhere to dry. I wonder where I can put it at to where it's not going to mess up the floor. Hey, I got all this scrap, stuff went around. So anyway, I won the case. So anyway, I'm saying all this to say this. Well, it takes a long time. If you don't have insurance when you have a gun, make sure you get insurance. Because if you have insurance, like it's a matter of basically your lawyer, you're doing a couple of paperworks and you're out of jail. If you don't have a lawyer, you had to sit in jail with me. Like I'm sorry, not sit in jail with me, but sit in jail like I did and had to go through all the pain, the agony, the missing your family, wondering how your kids are doing, wondering if you're gonna get out of jail, wondering if you're gonna make it, wondering if you really did follow the law. Then you're gonna be in there with all these thugs and gangsters and whatever. And some of those guys in there, you know, luckily humanity is still in some of those guys. And I talk proper most of the time, and I'm country. So I mean, you know, I was like, this is me, man. And I had to learn to fight. You know, if you don't know, I'm a 5th-degree black belt in Taekwondo and studied other martial arts and have other black belts. So I mean, I'm not a punk. I'm like, I spent a little bit of time in the hood, and the Marine Corps don't raise no punks. So I mean, I had to fight. I had to fight, you know. But when it was over with, like people left me alone and they respected me, and I respected everybody until they. I mean, I still respect everybody even after they were trying to take my head off. I was the guy that was that tried to kill me. He basically was talking me up. He was a good guy. You know, he said I was just drunk. You know. Oh goodness. So anyway, that's part 1. So all I gotta do is put this somewhere where it won't fall over, and then we'll be good. That's gonna be the hard part, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall over somewhere. So let me go get the other one. I think I'm gonna lean against the wall. I see a spot over here where I kind of like got some drizzle, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. But I say all that to say this: when I was in jail, they got to asking me like, "What do you do for a living?" And I'm like, "I do lots of things." They're like, "Okay, well, what's the lots of things? You sell drugs? Do you?" I start telling them all the stuff I do for a living, and they're like, "Wow, well, do you think you could paint?" And I was like, "Yeah, pretty much just sitting in jail. I'll just paint." So I sat in, as when I was in jail, they hired me to, not hired me. My job was to paint. So that's what I did, is I painted. And they told me that I was a master painter. I don't know what the prerequisites to being a master painter while you're in jail, but evidently I fit the bill. And as a martial artist, you just concentrate. And as I painted, it got my mind off of everything. And it was like, they even went as far as to say, you know what there, Robertson, you go up there. And they put me in there with the girls, and I painted up there with the girls. So I flirted with the guards. I'm just not stupid enough to flirt with the inmates. So I'm like, I started flirting with the guards. And then the only thing got me in trouble was the other guards that didn't like me. Like there's female guards. Right, I didn't flirt with the male guards. I just talked with them. And I'm laughing because I told one of the guys I worked with them for probably a month. It's one of the officers that was in there, the jailer. And luckily I'm ambidextrous, so I can paint with both hands. So if one hand gets tired, I can move on to the other hand. So thank God for that. So at the very end, you know, I'm spending all this time. You know, if you're a prison guard and you're around prisoners all day, and that means that you're going to spend, I think they have 12-hour shifts, so that means they're going to spend about at least, I don't know, they get a 30-minute or an hour lunch, so that's 11 hours that they spend with prisoners. So they're going to want to talk to somebody, and of course if you got somebody like me that can just talk to a camera and tell you my life story, then of course he's going to, the guy that, I called him my boss. And he got me in there, and it was kind of cool. He gave me my own crew, so when I got in there, I was like a boss in jail, and I taught the other inmates how to paint, and we just knocked some stuff out, and we painted the whole prison, and well, not prison, jail, because I didn't ever go to prison, just jail. So cleared my name, and then the whole time I was there, I still kept my faith. Like I had Bible studies, because you know I'm a licensed ordained minister, and then sometimes I write songs and sing songs that don't have what it's supposed to do with God, you know. But at the same time, I'm kind of, my idol is Johnny Cash, but I'm not gonna do the pills like Johnny Cash did. But you know, I mean, but he did a couple of things he shouldn't have did, but he still always sung about God. And I'm like, you know what? If Johnny Cash can sing about God and all he did, you know, because every man has their flaws. It was easy to paint the other one because it was already basically primed with that other paint. So this one takes a little bit more paint, but I'm gonna have enough paint probably to do. Today also I'm gonna do that wall over there, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough film to upload it all. But this wall over here, I'm gonna take you over here real quick. This is gonna be a closet, and believe it or not, I need more crates because I'm gonna use not crates, pallets. I'm gonna cut the pallets in half, and this is gonna turn into a closet right here. So, all right, back to painting. All right, so like even like I was saying, even when I was in jail, I would praise God, and I had Bible studies and stuff like that. So I'm like teaching like people the Bible and showing them what God does for you, all that kind of stuff. And even though we're in jail, and people think, oh, you're in jail, that means you can't sin. Oh my gosh. Anything you can do in the real world in jail, you can do. There's guards in there female guards selling themselves in there, making extra money. There's drugs in there. There's guards bringing in drugs. Like there's stuff there. Stuff you think, oh, you go to jail, you won't do nothing wrong. Oh, you'll learn your lesson when you go to jail. You won't learn your lesson when you go to jail. I mean, you might, but I think a lot of people make fun of people that find Christ in jail. I had already knew Christ, but I was helping people, like leading them to the cross. And a lot of them will say, well, why are you in here? And I'm like, because I shot somebody. And they're like, whoa. First, it's kind of like, what you in here for? Oh, tax evasion. Oh, you're a weenie. And then, what are you in here for? Oh, I beat my wife. Oh, we're going to beat you up. What are you here for? Oh, I don't know. Ran for the police. I stole some bologna. Like, whatever. But then you there for shooting somebody. And they're like, oh, we better leave you alone. And then there's a couple of guys when they were like, you know what, you ain't got no gun. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. And I'm like, okay, I don't gonna do nothing to you. You do something to me. And above all people, I had to fight. I had to fight a Golden Gloves boxer. Dude, if you that Golden Glove boxer looking at my channel, man, we need to hang out because he was cool. We got into it, but he was a Golden Glove champion. He's a professional Golden Glove boxer. No, I ain't saying his name. So not only because I can't remember it. But if he looks at this, man, we need to hang out. And then I was in jail, and then people would sit up there and say, I would tell them like, okay, I'm a firefighter, okay, I'm a former Marine. They'd be like, oh no, you're not. You're just making that up. You're just talking yourself up. And of course, there was other Marines in there, and they're all like, oh, you ain't a real Marine. When's the Marine's birthday? I'm like, I've been out forever. Like I don't remember. And then like they're like, oh, you never forget. Once a Marine, always a Marine. No. And I'm like, yeah, it is once a Marine, always a Marine. But once a Marine, you forget some stuff when you ain't in there no more. So they're like, oh, you're not a real Marine. I'm like, whatever. So they're gonna laugh with me when they go to my Facebook page and they see me in my dress blues. I'm like, oh wait, maybe that guy was telling the truth. Oh no, I can't get paint on these speakers. I don't like performance speakers. So when I got out or whatever, I was praising God. Like the whole time I thought I was in there, I thought that the enemy was trying to get me. It was trying to. I mean, the system was trying to get me, and the judge was trying to bury me. And the thing about it is the judge was trying to help me the whole time. As soon as I got in front of the judge, my lawyer was like, hey, Mike Kinlan, he's awesome. He's like, let's get this guy a reduction. And basically so he can bond out. And then the judge is like, no, well, how about we just give him, just let him out for free until we sort all this out. The government will pay his bond. I was like, oh, cool. The whole time I'm thinking, oh, this judge. And then it was certain times of the trial when the the judge would they would say, Sam did this and Sam did that. The judge would look at me like, you did that? You animal. And I just look at them like, man, they lying. Or like, yeah, I did do that, but I had to do that because if not, I would die. And some people, they clown, they hide behind that. But I'm going to tell you what, like, if you ask me, if you know the law and you present yourself right and God is on your side and you know, you can get out of there. But it was some other people, it was a couple of other people, and they looked at me and knew that I was innocent. Just how I was, how I presented myself, and they were just like, nah. But really helped my case was when it was this guy that was trying to choke me, and he's choking me while the other guy was running at me, trying to get me with this crutch, and like you know the thing you walk on when you hurt your leg. Well, he came walking in. This dude's literally like 7 foot something. I ain't even playing with you, 7 foot something. He come walking in there like this, big old tall white guy, big guy. Like I'm saying, like this big, chest like this, literally barrel chest. Come in there, 7 foot something tall, walking there like, hold on, let me get it right. Hold on. He's like, and he was like chewing on his tongue. And I Chris Hart with me was like, I looked right at the jury, was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's the guy that was choking me. Like, because I mean, when I was getting choked, I decided to pull my weapon out because I'm like, I'm getting choked. I'm like, am I supposed to pass out? So, nope. Pull my weapon out, and then, oh boy, came in there pit walking. And then the DA was trying to tell everybody that he was a gentle giant. I would have never said he was a giant. If I was the DA, I would never say he was giant. I was just like, oh, he's a real gentle person. He has a pituitary gland issue. The guy doesn't have a pituitary gland, but I would have, I don't know, played it up or something like, oh, like this is the reason why this guy is big. But the guy was a bouncer, so his job was to, pretty much everybody thinks that if you have a bouncer come over to your house to, like, or whatever, or a bouncer to come beat up somebody, the bouncer holds you down and then, or throws you out. But this guy, he held me down while his buddy just tried to whip me. And luckily, Taekwondo and having that. And I mean, I used to always knock Taekwondo. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm a master in Taekwondo, but I always felt like it wouldn't work on the street. But the like a lot of the stuff I learned in Taekwondo helped me when I was in that fight. Like my timing, how to get out the way, all the footwork I used was all with Taekwondo. I mean, it really saved my behind. And then I ended up doing throws, but I got that from Hapkido. So Hapkido is Taekwondo's sister. And so like I was like, yeah, we learned all that stuff. Like my masters taught me all these throws and stuff, and I was like, oh, you really ain't gonna probably use those in a fight. You're right. You can chunk people around like rag dolls. And this guy, he just kept running at me, and then Aikido's is kind of a sister of it. And so Aikido, you use whatever energy they use against you. You use it against them. So I like chunked him. Like every time he ran at me to attack me and he tried to grab me, I threw him. But Hapkido lets you run into somebody and you stick your arm out. Like Hapkido will let you grab somebody's arm and throw him, which is awesome. So you can grab their arm and throw him. So he kept running at me. I kept chunking him. And then one time he jumped on my back and I threw him. I did a Taekwondo throw that I learned in Taekwondo. Thanks, Daniel Vega, Master Vega, for teaching me that. It came in really handy. Because that guy literally flew. He was jumped on my back like a monkey. It's like sort of hit me in the back of my head. And I was like, what do I do? And I remember my master taught me that. I was like, whew, oh no, I did not sand this. Man, looks pretty good for not sanding something. Man, I should have sanded this. Oh well, too late now. I'll sand the next one. Just to keep with it. Man, I'll take that one to sand. And plus y'all can see me sand. I always show y'all what I'm doing, like my work I'm working on, but I never show you me working it. And the reason is because I never have a stand. So now I have I had a stand, I just never used it. And I was in transition from moving from Ohio, from that altercation I was just telling y'all about. And then I had to move everything back, and I moved into a little bitty room. and then my son was living with me, and so all his stuff was going in there, so it wasn't enough room. Oh my gosh, I wish I would have sanded this. If you sand this, you won't have half the problems I'm having now. If I'd sanded this, I'd probably be done by now. That's another reason why it's not. Because the sanding, I didn't understand what the sanding did, but it's starting to make sense to me now. It knocks all this stuff down so the paint can actually cling to a clean surface. And like this thing has peach fur. Luckily it's on the back. You ain't gonna be able to see that part. Wait a minute. No, this is actually on the front. So I don't like this brush. I was using a polyurethane. So I'm doing kind of like 3 jobs at once. I'm polyurethaning that, letting it dry. While it's drying, I'm painting this, multitasking pretty much. And instead of like doing something else, I'm like knocking this out. So I needed a workbench, so I created this workbench. And I was like, man, I gotta do all this work in here. So I was like, I'll get this workbench. I swear I will sand the next one. This one's just horrible. I mean, it's just like I'm not gonna. I think this one's in the middle. Yeah, this is in the middle, and it's gonna be toward the back in the middle because the way I'm designing this is like this is how it works. Me and my son both play piano, so if the piano is sitting up, or we only got to do a few things, then we're gonna walk right over to the piano and start playing it. And my son likes my piano playing. I like his piano playing, so he can play and I can play, and it's ready to go. But if it's in a closet, all laid and tucked to the side, anybody gonna want to complain on the piano, you know? Just like a guitar. If the guitar's just sitting there, you just grab the guitar and start playing. If there's a guitar right there, I'd probably be like, I need a break. Not really, because I got this paint on my hand. I ain't touching my guitar. I swear, it would be so much easier if I would have did clean sanded this. It would make so much difference. So House of Blues, I'm at the House of Blues. You get to see me. I created this page so you can kind of like see me as a person and meet with me as a person, I guess, and know a little bit more about me. And I talk a lot, so I was thinking there'd be a way for you to. There's people that like my friends, and I'll be like, oh, they'll say like, oh, I remember you did this and this. I'm like, wait a minute, I never told nobody that. And I was like, wait, y'all probably did because I talk a lot. Like when people be like, I tell them embarrassing stories I would never tell anybody, and they'll be like, yep, you told me that. I'm like, no, I didn't. And they're like, yep. And I'll be like, well, evidently I did because you know all the details. And why would I tell somebody I did that? And then it's like, oh, get off my checks. Man, I don't like this fishy thing. I have my way. I swear I would like let this dry, then sand it, and then paint it again. But you gotta move all the paint off of it. I'm not doing that. It just looks like the peach, the hairy peach. Alright, that looks okay to me. Alright, so the idea is for it to be white, so it's white. And I still want people to know that it's that it's actually a crate. I mean, shipping pallet. I think the whole idea is this is to like reuse as much as we can. We throw so much stuff away, and why do we crap in clean water? I'm like, why don't we use? I don't know. I guess like I wouldn't want to. I don't know, crap in somebody's dirty like bath water. But at the same time, I'm like, why are we crapping in clean water? Is there some other solution we can use, like crap solution? Like, I mean, I know we clean it and everything, but I just feel like we just read. I just feel like we should find some other resources. We got technology. I don't want to burn the pool. I heard people got these incinerating trolleys and it smells horrible. Doodle brown mixed with smoke. So I'm just cleaning off the edges. Storm's coming. What do you like painting? I like painting, like, like painting like pictures and stuff. I like doing that. So my job, my day job, I deliver cable. I put in cable. So they haven't got me a truck yet. So I'm like waiting for them to give me a truck. So I'm like, I think God's blessing me with the time to where I can actually work on this tiny house, because I think I have the aptitude to do it. I mean, I can do it with my hands. Alright, so let's go put this up. We'll go get the other one. See a spot that I missed. It's not a lot, but it's enough to where you be like, man. I'll be sitting on the couch like, I missed that spot. I'll be like, man, I really should take that down and fix that. Alright, this is perfect. Alright. This is the back piece. This is the front piece. And I wish I would have. Oh, it's going to be sitting back. The piano's going to be hiding most of this anyway. So it's not a big deal. Alright, so this time I'm actually going to sand it. Because the one... So, when I was looking at how to do this, I was like, when I was looking at how to do this, well, this needs to get drilled down. Like that one's sticking up, and I'll fix that bad boy. I like to work with no shoes on. I don't know. If I'm Drew. Alright, so I've been using drywall screws. There we go. Alright, so get this back up here. So it was talking about just use whatever. So I started out with like 80. So I hit 80. And the sander should be over here. Let me see. So a little bit left on this one, so I'll use it. You see some ghetto? This is my PPE. Still good. Get it. This paint Still good, but I'm changing it out. I think this was this is 100. So I'm gonna go back to 80. Oh no! I spilled the paint. Oh well, it's gonna be like that. All right, so dang it, I got it on the page. It's not cool. I do have. These things are handy as a pocket on a shirt. There's these little hand wipes. They're like moist. Actually take this stuff off, but I just needed a little bit just to work. Alright, so I'm just gonna tear this baby off. These things are cool. Like you start with the small number and go to the big number. The big number is telling you basically the finer it is, the smoother it can get. Oh crap! I totally cut too much off of this, but then I can't use that anyway. So it's all good. What's she doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I saw her walk over with something in her mouth, so I'm like, I'm talking about the dog, by the way. So like, you lift these clamps up on here, and you just push these things in here. You push the paper in there. I'll show you that. So this is the sander. You push these things up, and then they slide in there. And so I've never used it this loose before. What is she doing? So these edges to me are driving me crazy. So I'm gonna cut them off real quick with the jigsaw. It won't take me long. Right, so I just need a jigsaw. And one of these, because the paint is everywhere. Oh, I'm not the best for setting stuff up, so man, I keep on seeing a truck going, a van going back and forth. The same van. This was my first power tool I ever used. I used it to, out of all things, to make a box to put my stereo in. So I'm making these even. Let's do the other side. This looks a lot better if they're even. This has to come down some. Alright, that's all good. This thing does a real good job of cutting the stuff off like where it's smooth to the touch. So this is really smooth. But I'm still gonna take that sander and go over it. Looks like got a little bit left on here. Alright, cool. You're not supposed to use those kind of glasses because they can hit your side of your eyes, but it's all good. Alright, so get this bad boy started to get painted. Move on to the next one. I don't know what she's doing over there. My dog, she's like over in the corner over there. Like I know she got the neighbor's quail. It was a dead quail in the yard. God. Like she doesn't go hunting or nothing like that, so I know she didn't go get it in there. Always in cages, but sometimes they get free. I don't know how they get free. She told me one time that her sheep let them out. Let one of I think they're quails. Oh, by the way, there's a homestead next door. I'm gonna add. What is that? I don't know what she got. Oh man. Alright, so I'm back to painting these again. As you saw, I tried to go in here as much as I could. I get the excess off my brush. I'll go channel. Trying to tell you, trying to spray paint this stuff was a waste of time. And I think I paid $9 for this paint. It's like 2-in-1. It's like your but I got it at Home Depot. I'm like, what happens if I use this cheap paint? So I'm gonna find it out today. And you know what? It might have been $12 or $20 because it's a 2-in-1, and I probably got the $20 one because I was gonna have to spend $10 for a primer and then $10 for paint. So I was like, get them all in one. Science has moved technology along. And it looks like one coat. Like I did the walls in here, and I rolled on that stuff, and it just took 2 coats. Like I'm talking 2 coats while I was painting it. Like I looked over, it looks a little dim, so I ran back over it again, and went back over it again, and it was fine. There's probably some painter right now going, "That's not how you do that, boy." Say, I gotta do what I gotta do. And there's always someone that could do it better, so. This bulb out of here. There we go. See, it paints a lot better. There's a huge spider over here. I swear that spider was the size of a quarter. I was like looking at him like, should I kill you? And he was probably looking at me going the same way, like, well, should I kill you? I'm like, So today, as I was at Walmart, I ran across like some water damage when I was fixing my mom's house, and I saw mold. So I'm like, wow, man, that all needs to get tore down. I don't know if this is right or not. I could be wrong, but this is what the directions said for some paint that was in there. It said you can actually paint over the mold with this killing paint, mold killing paint, paint killing mold. I mean, I was hoping to have these walls up today, so I only got to sing for like 30 minutes today. To get ready for church, sing at church. Oh no, I do not want this paint on there. I'm gonna paint this. There, paint that nasty stuff with that. Alright, got my brush. Yeah. So I'm just gonna elevate that with this so that I ain't gotta worry about dealing with that anymore. There. So yesterday, after I got through painting the walls, I went to church with my hair frosted, and nobody at church said anything about it. But the kids told me, it's like, did you know that your hair has? It looks like you iced your hair. And when I saw that at church, the first thing I told them was, I got paint in my hair. And they know I'm working on this. So I'm thinking I might have to put a board on here to stabilize the bottom. So I'm thinking about getting a 4x4 and putting it on the back of it. But if I do, I'm just going to paint the 4x4 then and put it on there. But I'm hoping I don't need to. I'm hoping I can just just stand, and it just stands up there. The house is uneven, so I'm gonna actually talk to the people that I basically rent to own this shed from, and tell them I need some of that pressure treated wood. And I'm asking them, well, can I? I'll jack up the trailer. Not the trailer. But I'll jack this bad boy up myself and just crawl under there and put it in there. I literally do it myself. I wouldn't want my son or anybody else doing it for me. I don't think it's gonna fall on me or nothing, but it really can't fall on me. But I would want to do it myself and go up under there and set them up to where it doesn't give. Because in the beginning, I wanted to put a piano in here, but then technology is so advanced, you really don't need a piano unless you just want to fall and have a piano. My piano teacher in college told me that that one day I was gonna have a grand piano, and if I do, I'm being here. Probably wherever I'm going to perform at. Okay, so this looks good. Alright, so this side looks good. So, now let's wait on the other side. So I'm putting stuff under it to kind of prop it up while I work on it, so that way it's not like in all this dust. If you look down here, there's a bunch of dust and stuff, so. So my boss supposed to call me by now. So after I probably paint this one, I'll give him a text. I might do that one and then text him, because then that gives me time to basically I can clean the brushes up and then talk as long as I need to talk to him. I'll do this one. Yeah, alright. Usually I hit this with the 100 and then I go back over with the 90, but I just kind of wanted to knock down all the peach fuzz. It looks like a bunch of peach fuzz on here. I call it peach fuzz. And you sand it off. probably gonna have to go over that, the polyurethane again. Let me take a look. Oh wow, that looks nice. Looks a lot nice. I wanted it to look reclaimed. Down there, you see it? It's kind of shiny. Yes, I'm wearing swim trunks. I think I'm gonna hit it with another coat. But in order to hit another coat, I'm gonna either have to wash this one or. It looks nice. I didn't think it would turn out that good. I wish I would have stained it some more. Stained it black. Like dark black. Like walnut black. But I don't even know. I don't even know if I can stain it and then do it again, or do I have to take all that polyurethane off? And then I got to thinking, when after I get the polyurethane in it, then I was thinking to myself, I could put like drinks and stuff on it and not have to worry about like stuff getting messed up or we getting rings and stuff up there. I'm trying to make it this more look like started out as a room and then slowly but surely start adding stuff into it, like like the kitchen elements, the bathroom elements. The idea is so it's gonna be self-sufficient. I want to put in a solar system, so I want this to be off grid and I can get away with it because there's a house already here and it already has all the stuff the government wants in it. I think I can get away with connecting like my own rainwater, but I don't want to do it because it's just easier just to get the rain. Get the water from that comes through. You know, there's a lot of people in my county that's living in way worse ways. Like, a lot of people look at me and they're like, "Ew, that's disgusting. Why would you live that way?" I'm like, there's people living, you don't even want to imagine. They don't, for real. They live in like less conditions. My son was happy to move in here to live, and I was like, nope, not until I want it to look somewhat modern. I mean, at least look like that it's contemporary modern, you know? At least look like it. You know, like somebody tried, not like, oh, I'm going to turn shit into a tiny house. Oh, I don't want to do it no more. I'm just going to go to sleep or just live in it as it is. Or I ran out of money and I'm not going to do it. Like, we ran out of money, we still ain't living in it. But the thing about it is there's so many resources for you to get stuff cheap. Like, I'm going to go check them out, and when I do, I'll tell y'all about it on YouTube. Oh, wow, I thought that was low. I like it says a U.S. emblem on it. It says U.S. And then I kind of like that. Because I want people to know that this is I want people to kind of know that this was a pallet. But I want to do pallets for the closet. I don't want people to know that the closet is a pallet. And I want to do this area, except for some of this is like I want this to be a pallet, but I don't want you to know that it's a pallet. So I'm going to put a facade on it to where you can't tell it's a pallet. Or if I find it cheap enough, like sometimes they give stuff away. I found so much stuff on Craigslist, but it was too big for here. For in here, so. Having the pallets too is kind of like gives me the ability to see what the walls are going to look like. I just painted my keyboard. That's not cool. Alright. I don't know I'm a working class man. Alright, so there we go. I guess I could take it off using some paint thinner, so that ain't in the world. Or wipe it off now before it dries, which probably should do that. Alright, so I'm finishing this up. Alright, so I can see like some of this areas. There we go. Needs more paint. These puppies are so cute. They make all these puppy sounds. Dogs are auditable animals, I swear. Yeah, they are like audible. I mean, they make a lot of noise. I don't mind. I think dogs are like God's gift. They're really a man's best friend. Just wish they lived longer. Then again, the dogs get tired. One of my mom's, well, it was my sister's dog. You could tell she was just struggling her whole life, and she finally died with cancer. And with my dog, so I couldn't really have a say in it. But I was trying to take care of her using my limited medical training, try to help her, and they took her to the vet and stuff, and the vet was like, just put her down. Like, we can't do that for her. Dogs are so loyal too. Alright, so I need to smooth this out. So I'm just cleaning up the, see how this guy's like drizzled and stuff? I'm trying to clean that up. If you could actually tell, like, this is painted white. The other, when I was using spray paint, it looked like it was suggested that it was. It's like, use the rest of your imagination to figure out that this was supposed to be white. And the one I saw on TV, I saw it on Facebook, it was really nice. Really nicely painted white. You could tell someone actually took their time to paint it, or they used a really professional machine to go over it real quick. Alright, so this looks okay. Come on, dog. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so I can see where this needs some TLC down here. This area. This needs to be smoothed out. Alright, that needs to be smoothed out. This needs to be smoothed out. These are my runs. Who knows where that dog went? I don't believe in putting dogs on chains. I think they should just be able to roam. That's why I live in the country. But if I have a troublesome dog, then I'll deal with it, you know. Then I'll put them in a kennel or something, or I might sell them to somebody or something, or give them to somebody that I know won't hurt them. But I really I want the animals to have a free life. I don't like chains and all that stuff, so I want them to be free. So all our dogs that are here are free. They get to roam. So we live on a ranch, cattle ranch, and it's basically a farm, and it's basically a farm, and it's got all kind of animals are here. There's all kind of animals. All right, so. Alright, this will be my last one before I start on working on the I'm gonna build the couch. But so first I want to get this done first. Why did I not build the couch first? I don't know. I figured I'd get one done and move to the other. Hope that puppy comes back soon. Oh no, that dolphin's back soon. So this one's been used up, so we can get rid of it and put another one in. And this time, so I'll go with the 80 again. And then this time, the last time I did, I'll go with the 80 and just stick with the 80. Trying to get her to come over here and take care of these puppies. The dog's like crying and just leaning over. So how I do this is I stick it in one end, then I flip it up and see about where it's going to go. Then I put it along the edge of the pallet. So it looks like about that would be good. And then I just whip it along there. Chain that. That's 100. So then I take it and I try to fold it up as much as I can. Then I open up this little mouth thing here. And I'll slide it in like I was showing you guys earlier. Once you get one in, then the other side. Then if you crack it, it kind of keeps the other side in. So then it's stuck on there. Gotta wear shades. Almost dropped this bad boy. There we go. That's it's like basically you can rub it without getting a splinter. Like that. That needs to be done. Alright. I hold my breath when I'm not sure it isn't up. Alright, yeah. That looks a lot better. Just stream out some of these lines. This needs to go at this angle.